Hey everybody, it's day 75, 100 blends in 100 days. First impressions. This one's not a first impression, nor was the last one really. But today we're doing a blend that has been recommended by Beans316 for, near as I can tell, years. Is Cornell and Dehiel's Mad Fiddler Flake. And I think that 1792 flake is like a gourmet take on the same thing, yet they have completely different components, but they come across my palate in quite the same way.
Same.
Which just kind of goes to show you, I guess, how far blending can go, because they've achieved something special, I think. It has a higher score than 1792 flake. It's not as rich as 1792 flake. And Jim Inks gave it a 4-star rating. So, Mad Fiddler Flake. The eerie, oddly sound of a violin breaches the walls between your rooms as the Mad Fiddler reaches his crescendo. Embers take to your leaf, setting your mixture of Virginia, Castorini, Perique, and Black Cavendish ablaze in the darkness. Now this is listed as a cigar leaf-based blend. I don't know if I believe that.
I don't normally like the cigar things.
Yeah. So from Jim Inks, 2018, 4 stars. The woody, earthy, floral, and incense-like, lightly spicy, clove-like, mildly grassy, vegetative, citrus, sweet, cigar filler, Indonesian Castorini, oh, that's where the cigar leaf base is going to come from, is the lead component. The spice reminds me of cinnamon, although the spice isn't involved here. The tangy, dark, fruity, earthy, woody, lightly bready red Virginia plays a support role. The brown, sugary black Cavendish provides a smooth sweetness to tame much of the rough edges. The plummy, raisiny, mildly spicy Perique is a background player. The strength is a tad short of the medium level, while the taste is a step past medium. The nick hit is a hair past the center of mild to medium. Won't bite or get harsh. The broken flake is a little moist, but I saw no need to dry it. Burns cool, clean, and a little slow, with a deeply rich, sweet, and mildly savory and spicy, consistently well-balanced flavor that translates to the lingering aftertaste. Leaves little moisture in the bowl, requires some relights, and the richness of the taste isn't so much as to prevent it from being an all-day smoke. I think it's to my palate, it's very close to 1792 in what buttons it presses. And it's a Cornell and Dehiel blend. It's not in short supply. It's a consistent blend that's available, and it's $2 cheaper per tin on average. So it's not a lot cheaper, but it's cheaper.
Slightly different floral notes, but yeah, the overall experience is very similar, I think, as well. Finding more and more things with Black Cavendish I tend to enjoy.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
If you guys ever get curious as to what the Black Cavendish is doing for your blend, Cornell and Dehiel put out a whole series about the different components and what roles they play. And it's crazy how versatile Black Cavendish is in a lot of the blends, and what they truly intend for it in the blend versus what you'd think of when you read it on the ingredients list. Like, it's in Blue Ridge, but you don't know it. It's in Blue Ridge because it enhances the texture of the smoke. It makes it a little more dense. And that's its whole job. You don't taste it at all. But here, yeah, no, Jim Inks is right. it's doing nothing but helping. Kind of like the difference between 2% full fat milk when you're making like pancakes or something, right? That little bit extra stands out.
A little bit extra.
What do you give it out of 10?
I give it an 8 too. I'd happily seek that one out.
This is a 9 or a 10 for me, and this is not a first review because most of the tin is gone. I'm gonna need to get a couple more, but that's neither here nor there because it's in steady production.
For now.
Yeah, of course, as soon as we all decide that we like it, they'll stop making it because that's how that works. I don't think if you have trouble with aromatic flavors not coming through, you're probably not going to be able to appreciate as much of this, kind of like I have. Like I can tell you from the retrohale that I am missing a good 60% of what this should taste like, and that makes me sad because it's really good. I smoked this quite often during the Morgan Bones May, where I smoked my Morgan Bones pipe at least once every day, the same pipe once every day, all throughout the month of May. And the majority of the color on that bowl is either from my hands or from this stuff. It didn't get black, but it's damn near brown, red brown. Yeah, this stuff's fantastic. If you guys haven't tried it and you're looking for something different, it being a cigar leaf component that they say is leading the front edge, you don't expect cigar taste from this. It's not there. It's that floral that they talk about. It's not like smelling flowers when someone says floral. No. It's like if you could concentrate the smell of all the flowers in a nursery and then stick that up your nose. That's what I get like on the retrohale, on things that are floral.
Interesting.
I'm messed up.
I just get like whiffs of floral, like if you not like your typical roses or lilies, but like flowering trees and stuff. After you catch like that first whiff, the little bits that are left behind, just like the little reminiscent notes of pollen. Some sweeter, some not. This one's a little sweeter, the floral notes, I think, than the 1792.
It is a little sweeter. The reason for the comparison is they do taste quite similar, and the crazy part is they have very little in common, as far as I can tell.
Maybe they just taste similar to us because we're having them close together.
I don't think so, because I've had them days apart at this point.
But I mean, like at this stage of like now versus 2-3 months ago, at the very beginning, would they still have tasted so similar then?
Maybe. I guess we would have to ask a new pipe smoker to get both, but that's a big ask.
Or an even more experienced person. I know there's a few of you out there.
Yep. Well, guys, that'll do it for day 75. 3/4 of the way there. We only got 25 days more to go, and then you guys don't get to see us every day anymore. We do have a plan for afterwards.
But it's not going to be every day.
It's not going to be every day. Probably be a little bit longer. A little more conversational than this.
Less gymmings.
A lot less gymmings. This will be all perspective.
That's hard though, because those some damn good descriptions. Good stuff to go off of and compare to.
Yeah, but he's like at this point I would almost consider him like a professional reviewer. And it's a third opinion that's always there. You guys can reference it. You can taste the blend and see who you side with, and maybe maybe you don't want to take our recommendations. Because if you don't get the same things we're getting, you shouldn't. You shouldn't try the things we say to try if you're not enjoying the things we're enjoying. That's a horrible idea. But yeah, sorry. Sorry for the anti-message. You guys have a great day. And we're going to have a great day. We'll see you for day 76.